Приветствую вас на своем канале. Рад вас всех видеть. Желаю вам приятного просмотра. Начинаем прохождение Alan Wake 2. Так, покажу свои параметры. Я выкрутил на максималке. Ультра. Трассировка высокая. В игру история.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Так, ну что, пойдемте. Что надо делать-то? Просто за голову мужика идти. Мне надо к ним? Надеюсь, нет. Атмосфера жутковатая, конечно. Тем, кто смотрел мое прохождение Don't Scream, знают, что я очень пугливый человек в плане хорроров. За голову мужика играть весело. Опа. Что здесь такое? Кемпинг. Так, мурашки бьют так нормально. Беги, мужик, беги. Это что такое еще? Хорошая атмосферка, конечно. Карта. Очень ее плохо видно почему-то. Вы кто? Сердце вырезали. Какие-то культисты, что ли? Да. Какие-то сектанты.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Ух, какие разговоры.
Work stuff.
Сразу. Мам, ну тут
Well, Dad and I are
ёбнуть
just
тебя
watching the
могут.
latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Сейчас виноват.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
О, как одновременно.
It can't be a
Кофеманы, блин.
coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Не знаю, там потом в комментариях скажите мне, как мне лучше мне озвучивать их разговоры, или будете сами субтитры
Time to
читать.
get to work.
Просто мне как-то не хочется прерывать их общение оригинальное.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Так, на свету у меня чуть-чуть подлагивает, и мне, наверное, надо трассировку лучей убрать. Сейчас. Наверное, выключу. Посмотрим, как изменится, если что, обратно включу.
Worth
Пока
memorizing
X2 FPS.
before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Так. В карте показаны важные места. Хижина ведьмы, магазин, Черпак ведьмы. Тут не сказано, где сразу труп. Парковка. Поигрок. Control. Попасть к месту преступления, найти помощников шерифа. Я вот что-то, может, прослушал. Надо, не знаю. Ладно.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here.
Ну, пойдем.
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right.
А ты думаешь, по какому делу тут еще ФБР делает?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Ладно, давай спросим
Were there any
свидетелей сразу.
witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us
Пусть
about the
расскажет.
crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Давай осмотрим тело, дружище.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Спасибо, что пропускаешь. Пицца с помощником шерифа
Before we get to the
торта
crime scene,
магазина.
there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Можете использовать доску зацепок. Или разума. Зацепок.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Так, методы убийства. Детали убийств различаются. Единственное, что объединяет трупы вздутия, но причины смерти разные. В данном случае травмы грудной клетки после кончины оказались в воде. Понятно. Можете просто дальше нажать Escape. Понятно. Жертвы. Жертвы пропали без вести в 2010-м. А сейчас какой? Потом узнаем, наверное. Портрет убийцы. Посмертные татуировки на теле. Жертвы не обладают схожими особенностями. Травмы грудной клетки напоминают разделку туши мясником. Раздутый глубокая рана в груди, сердце отсутствует. Синяки на запястьях и ногах. Учительница, стоматолог, хозяин магазина. Сердце. Жирная рана. Синяки на запястьях. Понятно. Выходим.
I see
Попробуйте.
you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Если рядом враги, то в разум лучше не заходить.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Давай побегаем. Да что пешком ходить?
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Куда идем? Иди.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Какой у него умиротворенный
Damn.
голос на бегу.
Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Ну показывай.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Конечно, осмотрим.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know.
Так,
Procedures.
следы есть.
Stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Абсолютно. Сердце рядышком лежит.
Step body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
А, и сразу надо на доску. Открывать список собранных сагой улик.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Падает. На вооружении появится новый вопрос. Задача на доске на Ctrl. Блин, я буду жестко тупить в такой игре. Что еще я должен тут сделать? Вот следы. Так, я что-то тут еще должен сделать. Противники
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Камых. А куда я должен? Да? Травма грудной клетки. Что происходит?
Think, Saga.
Думай, Сага. Так, а что я должен думать? Улики можно расположить на открытых вопросах. Оп. А. Понятно. Все.
Heart removed from
Механику
chest,
понял.
strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Угу. Знать о жертве, знать об убийце. Убийца, убийцы, жертва. Говорит с кем-нибудь. Хорошо.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Че, неужели опять? Надо заходить в эту доску. Зацепок.
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Так, обратно. Доску. На будущее. Хорошо, будущее так будущее. Я что-то упускаю?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Таксист. Так.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Не прикольно. Что можешь еще рассказать? Не можешь. Зацепок. 3 цели. Тортон. Жертвы. Что я не так делаю?
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Состояние на момент исчезновения неизвестно. Цели разузнать об убийце.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Ничего спросить нельзя. Я тоже. Здесь еще есть. Где я должен об убийце разузнавать? Интересненько, мне знать.
I had to review the clues.
Думать улики. Их куда?
Think saga. Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Несколько нападавших оставили после себя хаос, убийство запланировано. Произошло случайно. Подельник.
Sure. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Откуда пришла жертва?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Угу. Используйте досье, чтобы проследить ход мыслей подозреваемого или жертвы.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip a switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Понятненько. Я что, еще должен быть там в разуме?
This mug always cheers me up.
Это круто, и что теперь я должен с этим сделать? Нужно к озеру. Где же само... Ух ты. Берег. Смотреть тело жертвы. Ты что, я повис? Что происходит? Я баг поймал. Вот это прикольный баг, конечно. Смотреть тело жертвы нужно. Стандартный пистолет. Но я же должен осмотреть тело жертвы, правильно? Что тут не так? Ну, письку вижу. Опять что-то тут упускаю. Рассказ зацепок. Следовать берег озера. Вот и появилась.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Как я тут долго находился.
Well, I'll just wait here.
Ну, я подумал, части будут по 1,5-2 часа каждая.
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I did.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
Тут не поймешь, что тут написано. А, понял.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Так. Новые обороты в деле пошли. Следы начинались под камнем. Почему ты сюда не вешаешься?
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Слишком мало зацепок, бессмыслица. Неверные вопросы. Вот озеро. След остыл. Ты начинаешь под камнем. Ну, действительно звучит как бред. Выяснить, что произошло с Найтингелом. У вас складывались послания, кто-то затеял игру.
I should profile Nightingale about this page. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Это мы уже слышали. Так. Веди меня. Уж теперь. Пробежка по лесу.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
А вообще зачем мы вернулись? Блять, много вопросов, мало ответов. Досье зайдем. Что здесь в страницах рукописи? Ну, тут понятно все. Вот.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a
Тень
problem.
оленя,
I'll
блин.
do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Входной ключ.
Thanks.
Это
Let's
машина.
get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Давай.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Интересная,
Can't fit the
захватывающая
clues
история.
all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
Честно, фильм это немножко другое.
For us to find.
Это не совсем запись убийства. Проходи.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Что здесь механики вождения нет, да?
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care.
Not to toot my
Просто,
own
наверное,
horn, but
там,
I
да.
am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's beer fest.
Нет, не сюда. А,
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you
Присоединителя.
had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff.
так, а кто именно? Они?
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you
Начнем так
doing at
вот,
Hogan
с
Lake last
презрения.
night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
Алан Вейк еще все видел, да?
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Что же вы нашли? Букеры. Давай дерево сначала.
What aren't the bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
На мысли
Finders
читает.
keeper is Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Ну хорошо.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Еще недовольная. О как.
Thanks. This
Это,
could prove to be
наверное,
helpful.
значок культа.
Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
Подружка детства.
I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Так. Что это значит? Реле
All
культа.
set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Как мне теперь
Have you
интересно, у
heard
меня
of this
реально дочь
cult of the
умерла?
tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban
И у
legend.
меня, у нее.
If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Весна видит будущее.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Just
Anything you
here to
need,
pay my ticket.
just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Еще и вскрытие будем проводить.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Сюда. Не сюда.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Видно странненько.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest.
Так. Зацепок. Куда же это? А, дела.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Дерево.
I need to know more about the code of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Так, что за культ? Кто в него входит?
Nah.
Даже? Или и тело. И все-таки нет. Я еще выпускаю, походу.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Oh.
куда это тогда? Да.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal.
Твое сердце покрыто татуировками, когда убийцы успели найти бред какой-то.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Смерть явно наступился из травм грудной клетки. На вздутие не... Кожа и сердце покрыты странными татуировками, в грудной полости была страница. Сейчас, я думаю, точно надо вернуться.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Что происходит?
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Щелкунчика показать.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Старайтесь оставаться на свету. Не щелкунчик. Че, из России, что ли, приехал? Там пропадал 10 лет.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Уходи отсюда. Убежище восстановит часть здоровья, если покинете убежище. Атаковать из него во время боя, она на время станет недоступна.
Gotta move. Now. Vanished.
Конец головы. Заставочка. Ой. Не будем авторские права, так сказать, нарушать.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Так, поговорить с Кейси, осмотреться в поисках улик.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe.
Агент
We need
Малдер.
to start with learning this cult's goal. Their
Ты ли
purpose.
это?
There's one of the pages on the floor.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Хорошо. Это мы поняли. Добраться до него, он очутился там, где странная реальность. Темная обитель слилась с нашей реальностью, темная обитель накрывала наш мир, как покров, наброшенный сверху, как поток тьмы, скрывающий последние отголоски света, просачивающийся повсюду, портящий все, гнилостный. На странице это место называлось складкой. Так должна была последовать за Найтингейлом в складку. Найти вход будет непросто, потребуются определенные шаги, ритуал, Сага соберет о нем информацию. Но этот монстра выполнит свою работу, не допустит новых убийств, он внутри поджидает ее. Радио. За тобой во тьму. Рассказы цепок. Гейл напал на нас.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. Ugh.
Сага вернулась к озеру Колдрон. Он тоже был здесь одержимый. Дела. Дерево. Рукописи часть ритуала.
No.
Ну и что я не так делаю? Новых вопросов не появилось.
Think, Saga.
Это не оно? Не сюда? Ну, жертва культа. А. Так, целям. Так, выяснить, куда отправился Ноттингейл. Как его там? Вроде бы.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Закрыто. Не серийный убийца-одиночка, а группа злоумышленников. Культ дерева. Дело приняло новый оборот, нужно начать расследование заново. Брать новое досье. Ничего нового, да?
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Поехали.
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
But that's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's
Так.
crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic?
They're a fine pair.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Куда мы топаем? Чё, как-то побыстрее нельзя? К машинке-то вернуться.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Так вот. Ну, ужастики. Сердце.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules.
Кажется, трассировка
I
лучей
need to
была, наверное,
understand this strange
получше.
logic. To see the clues.
50
To
FPS.
solve the case.
Хоть 90.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs.
Hello.
Don't do a damn.
Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you
Нельзя
hear
ему
about
ничего
the murder, Ilmo?
рассказывать.
Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirrettä.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can gnaw right through a garbage can.
Well, I need to get back to it. Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
Опа.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Could I?
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Так, просто последую идти, да? Опять за Гейлом. Так, пистолетик достану на всякий случай. Он пошел сюда, за ним. Так, эта музыка меня напрягает.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
Ищу.
I can feel something.
Это хорошо было.
Nightingale isn't far.
Пробрало. Батарейки. Что там еще? Так, еще раз, куда нам? Туда, я так понимаю, нельзя. Так, идем сюда. Меня пугать начинают. Черпак ведьмы. Легенда гласит, что местный шериф обвинил даму в колдовстве, когда его ухаживания остались без ответа. Ее утопили, но она выронила свой черпак. Ага. Он убил шерифа, утопив его в озере. Затем вырвала его сердце и заперла в ящике. С помощью сердца она призывала его из озера, чтобы он мстил от ее лица. Это что там такое?
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. Flashlight burned the dark stuff away. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Хижину. Так. Ладно. Реальные тайны. Бездны слова.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Досье.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Which is Ladle?
Угу. Так, на зацепке надо. Здесь что-то доступно? О. Давай в культ дерева. Треугольник, вырезанный на столе рядом с местом, где нашли Найтингейла. Это в символах должно быть. Так, все. Это на озере. И доведут в лес. Смерти. Вот куда делся. Скорее всего, я прав. Угу. Да и Найтингейл привел к еще одной странице.
Think.
Давай, наверное, откуда пришла жертва? Сквозь дерево в другое место.
Keep trying.
Сюда. Так, куда это? Это может быть что-нибудь еще? Не сюда.
Doesn't make sense. Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale.
Что не могу ранить ее в том месте. Три предметы казались Саге особенным, как будто вылепленными из света. Найдены ранее.
Light is the key.
Секундочку.
To stay safe, but for something more to be revealed as well.
Так, продолжаем. Все, здесь у меня все.
I need to find the witch's hut.
Хижина ведьмы. Надо вот так вот пройти. Ой, зачем я сюда? Не привык еще. Надеюсь, правильно иду? Скорее всего, сюда. Правильно? Правильно.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
Атмосфера-то стремноватая. Еще эти форточки. Вот оно как. Понимаю, в доме ничего нет. Тут жила ведьма озера Колдрон. Осторожно, возможно, дуб до сих пор здесь обитает. Вот американцы, конечно, любят криповые места. Где же предохранитель-то найти? Можно здесь? Да.
This fuse is busted.
Вентиль перегорел. Сказал, что приезжает вместе с родителями. Хреново. Так, понятно. Ничего особо интересного нет. Да ну?
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
В комнате отдыха. Что за комната отдыха? Давайте вот так вот сделаем.
Another page.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. Witch's ladle. Towering over Saga. Watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign. Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town. But she trusted the pages. Was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read the first part of the ritual words. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. The words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
Понятненько. Цели. Проанализировать страницу. А я что сделал?
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
Это за ритуал. Видимо, сюда. О, на сердце черпак видит.
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
Понятненько, понятненько. Иди сердце. Где же оно может быть? Где сердце? Здесь ничего нового. Спасибо.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
Чё, опять в город надо?
I need to check the general store for the heart. Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The
Когда...
years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back.
Когда ФБР пошел. Так, я шел отсюда. Какие-то шумы там. О! Я в магазин пришел. В холодильнике. Здесь. В кустах рядом были следы, но некоторые из них он сам же затоптал. Еще обучить разведчика. Так, нужен другой вход. Бобаный.
That thing.
Опачки, это первый.
A cultist, a monster, like Nightingale.
А чё?
text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
Рябью кривое зерцало пошло. Волна на него навалилась. Сердце. Ведьма, покажи мне кошмар. А, страница же есть. Да ё-моё, извиняюсь. Виноват.
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They'd been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night. Wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
Понятненько, блин. Так, все, больше ничего нет.
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Не, вот этот трупак тебя вообще... А где?
And now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
А не в другом ли он месте лежит? Ритуал, открыть складку. Складка. Дойти обратно. Так, это получается куда сейчас?
Casey, there are cultists in the...
Надо влево и вниз.
About there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Не туда. Это не тот нашел. Блин. Ладно, попробую тут пройти. Это тут нельзя. Блин. Вот сюда. Куда же мне здесь? Же нет других путей. Сюда. Короче, по прямой тропинке двигаюсь. Понимаю, мне куда-то сюда. На карту. начинается, блин. Да? Оно. Так, хорошо. Я на месте. Кладка.
There's the sign with the witch.
Блин.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would.
Поместить сердце в отверстие в табличке. Какой таблички нахуй? В этой табличке.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror.
А может, не надо кошмаров? Так на очке сижу. Ладненько. Двигаемся потихонечку. Раз сохранено, это уже хорошо.
I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey!
С
Casey, do you read
потусторонним
me?
миром не свяжешься.
Okay, Saga. Going in solo. Logan? Logan! Where are you? What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
Блять, звуки тут были. Идем сюда.
What was that? Wait. Did I get turned around? No, this is right. This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
Уверена? Это сон. Давай-ка глянем.
The writer went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside, into the lake. Nightingale was there, one of them. The dark presence, Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves. The dark place, wandering in the shadows, muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember. It's cold. premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? Can you hear me? I need help. Please.
Крипово.
Stop this.
Очень
What did I do?
крипово.
You must dig it out. Their shape shifted. Echoes of the writer's dreams. Fading in, fading out. The next story and the story after that. The writer was writing again.
Так. Ставки появились новые. Цели. Снип. Проходим дальше, идем. Даже мне двигать дальше. Нет пути. No way, так сказать. 5. Так. Не надо меня пугать, я и так напуган. Ненавижу ворон. Красным загорелось.
He's here. Nightingale.
Да, с трассировкой лучей мне было бы плохо на моей видюшке. У меня тут сейчас до 55 просадки были.
Who is that?
Талан.
It's like they're coming in over a bad signal.
Вставай, так сказать. 5. Это знаки. Ну и крепатура же. Ладно, заходим. Сейчас скример будет. Что должен делать? Что? У меня батареек нет. Ладно, может, надо побегать.
Shit. Run!
куда-нибудь. Днем. Да уж. Достаточно сложно. Как бы. Страшно ли это? Да нет, особо нет. Так, что здесь? Какие аптечки? Хорошо. Мы уничтожили его.
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
Trying to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it. Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Конец головы. Но вместе с этим и конец моей первой части. Так, музыку мы слушать не будем. Так, на этом останавливаемся. Спасибо, что посмотрели мою первую часть прохождения Alan Wake 2. Мне нравится игра. Ну, она такая, знаете, в меру страшная. Ну, для меня пиздец, я очень пугливый в плане хорроров. Всё, подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки. Скоро продолжение. Всем пока.